Hi everyone. I just thought I'd come on and give you a little show and tell of what I thrifted last week. I'm just wondering, maybe y'all are a little curious about when Sue and I go out, what kind of things we get. Sue's definitely looking for different things than I'm looking for. She's a reseller, so that's what her focus is. But when we go, I'm looking for things that I can use to use in my upcycling business that I'm doing. So first off, one thing was this gift bag holder. Just got that so that I could be more organized with my gift bags, because I just have them all stuffed, all the bags inside of other bags in my closet, and I like to be organized when I can be. So I'm just going to go through what I bought and threw in my bags. Here I got, let's see, 2 rolls of this ribbon that's cloth material, and it has a sticker on it or a price tag on it. $6.99 a roll. Never used, brand new. I got them for 50 cents a roll. Okay, now I have another ribbon, cloth ribbon, a weave, again, 50 cents a roll. Trying to see if there's any price on it. No original price, but 50 cents. And I'm always looking for material. So got this nice piece of cotton broadcloth, and says it's a plaid over a yard, and that was $2. So this would be a good liner for pocketbooks, or I can make a bag out of it, all sorts of things. Okay, this I got mainly for the popsicle sticks if I'm doing a craft or something, but it actually is waxing strips. So it has these little popsicle sticks, and then the bigger ones, and then a whole bunch of waxing strips. You know, maybe I need to do here a little bit. Hate to admit it, but all my fellow menopausal women know what I'm talking about. So all these waxing strips for $1. Can't beat that, right? I love when I find little bundles like this. It's kind of like Christmas, because then you get to open it up and see all the little treasures inside. They're all usually sewing related, but I got this one in particular because it has these brand new thimbles, they're leather thimbles, and this will help me when I'm sewing, hand sewing through thick material. So this one was used, but there's 2 brand new ones. Also curved needles, quilter's needles, more hand sewing needles, and more needles in here. Yeah, these are all hand needles, but all of this for $1. So definitely couldn't get even one of those leather thimbles for $1. So that's a good deal. Next, bias press. I don't know what that says. The thing is over it. But for another sewing. Oh, bias press bars. So I've never actually used those, but I checked out the instructions, and that might be something very handy to have. And for 50 cents, if it makes my sewing easier, I'll be happy. Okay, here's some jumbo rickrack for sewing. Doesn't look like any of it was ever taken off the spool here, and that was 50 cents. And that's a really pretty trim for clothes or bags. then I swear to God, I manifest things. You know, you think about things, put it in your energy field, and then you go out shopping, and sometimes you find just what you were looking for. And I found an iron, hoping that it works. Haven't plugged it in yet, but for $5, I felt it was worth the risk to give it a try. They do test them in the thrift stores, so at least it powers on. I'm just hoping that it doesn't leak water, but we'll find out soon enough. And I don't always like to do this, but they were really cute. Sometimes buying shoes at a thrift store is not so good because people wear shoes differently. The way your foot is made and the way that you walk, you know, can change it and make them not good for your feet. But these look like they were never worn. Pretty brand new. And the price tag on them was $6. Most likely it was a half off shoe day, and I probably just paid $3 for them, to be honest with you. Okay, this was all from one store, one haul last week with Sue. Again, I never turn down sewing supplies. Look, a whole bag of threads, all different colors, most of them, almost all of them, not even used, and they go for a couple of dollars, you know, a spool here, and I got the whole bag of them for $3. So I consider that a score. You never want to run out of thread and then not have it, so having extra thread is a good thing. All right, this is all taped up, but in here I have more sewing things. I can see right off the bat some double-ended stick holders for, that's when you're knitting, which I'm also a knitter, a crocheter. In here are pocketbook handles, so to make a pocketbook, they look pretty vintage, actually. All sorts of notions and little gadgets, threads, closures to put on dresses and slacks and things like that. I see needles. So this was a nice little assortment pack, all for $3. Love that. Kind of like a grab bag. Do you remember like getting grab bags and you didn't know what was inside and it was a surprise? And that's why I like getting those. Okay, here's more material. Really thick, like a duck cloth. Again, nice canvas if I make tote bags. Not perfect. It has some staining on it, but I'm sure there's plenty of this so that I'll be able to cut around that part of it. And the whole thing was $1.25. Again, I think that day that I was there and all this stuff was half price. So I'm sure I didn't pay a whole $1.25. And again, here's some similar weight material, but in blue. Again, it's a yard of material for $1.50. And again, that's nice. Heavy material, be good for inside canvas bags and stuff. Lately, I've been picking up jewelry, costume jewelry. So I've been following a creator on YouTube, Tracy Handmade. I forget that her handle. I'll have to look that up for you, but she is fabulous, and I just love watching her create bags, and she uses a lot of costume jewelry. So I thought this was neat. This might be to hang on a bag for an adornment, and it was only 50 cents. So I could use it myself, or I can use it to create a pretty handbag. And then this I got a mirror. You know, one that you hang on when you're doing close-up work instead of putting my glasses on and off, on and off. I thought that was a pretty neat gadget to have. And again, $1, so I think I'm going to use it. If I don't, will I cry over $1? No. Okay, well, that was my haul for one day. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got and have an idea of what I do when I go to the thrift store. Sometimes I get furniture, and I will show you that in another video, or maybe I'll just make a post of it, of the furniture that I got recently. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.